Okay, so going to be a series of videos, little videos, just to show you how to connect up bits and pieces to a Raspberry Pi 5. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the module 3 camera to the Raspberry Pi. Now, the module 3 comes in its non fisheye lens format or wide angle view format with a cable already for the Raspberry Pi 5. If you're buying the fisheye wide angle view or the black version, then you'll need to buy the cable separately. But as I say, mine came with it, and I'm just going to show you with the video camera just quickly the bits you need to do to detach the old camera cable that was on it and attach the Raspberry Pi 5 cable. So I'm going to turn the lens around. You'll hear me speaking, but I'm just going to show you the little clip on the back of the camera module. So here's the little camera module, and I'll just zoom in there, and you can see, I'll just pick this up and try and do this with handheld. It's not very good. So this little black clip on the edge here, if you just slide your fingernail under the little protruding bit on the end there, and you can just pop it forwards away from the board, the printed circuit board, and it just pops up slightly, as you can see. So that means it's ready to take the cable. So that was a bit of a faff, but as you can see, the cable is inside, and quite a bit of the pins show out the back, but that I measured it with my thumbnail against it, how far it went in, and it is going to the back of the connector. And then this black cover, this little black trailing edge here on the clip, just clips back down and holds it all securely in place. So yeah, you can see that there. Okay, so I bought a little plastic mount to mount the camera in. The screws have a little nut, and it's very, very fiddly. They're plastic and they're not terribly well threaded. So you think you've got a cross thread, just persevere with it. But it does go eventually. So we've got our ribbon cable in the back of the camera nicely installed and clipped down. And then if we come over to the Pi 5 board itself, as you can see, we've got it in the first port, camera port. There are two. So this first one, you just lift the black cover up. Doesn't come off completely, but it just comes up and away, a bit like the one on the camera. You then put the ribbon cable into the slot and then push the little black cover down firmly to hold it all in place. And if you're unsure which way around you've got it is the right way, some videos talk about blue lines on the cable and so on and so forth. Essentially, the pins, the connecting pins are this side. So basically your gold sort of board point wants to be facing this way, so it makes contact, and that is it. Okay, so we're going to fire that up and see if we get a picture. Okay, so next up, Raspberry Pi 5 fans, we're going to attach the Raspberry Pi Sense hat. The one thing I really struggled with was that the whole point of the Raspberry Pi is the GPIO pins that you can attach things to, motors, sensors, etc., and do a lot of physical computing. And every picture I saw of the Sense hat just shows it, and I'll turn the camera around in a minute so you can see what I mean, just shows it with, it's covered the pins up when you've fitted it, and I just couldn't find a way to get around that, and I did crawl the internet and forums trying to find an answer. Hopefully this is the definitive answer for all you Raspberry Pi newbies out there like me. Okay, so here we've got our Raspberry Pi 5, and I've fitted the fan and the heatsink. This is my Module 3 camera cable. This is the adapter that comes with the Raspberry Pi Sense hat. So it's supposed to sit over the pins like that. And then here's your Sense hat board, and that then sits on those new pins. So what you end up with is this is all you can see at the top when the board's fitted. There are no pins visible. So how do you connect? How do you break into that to connect? And there wasn't an answer until I came across this little gizmo. So just a word on fitting these extended GPIO pins. There should be absolutely no gap between the board fitting and the header bar there, and it's quite a tight fit, and you think you've fitted it and pushed it as far as it will go, and then there's just a last little click down that closes up that gap. I used a little flat-headed screwdriver just to give it even pressure as I was pushing along. As you can see, I have bent a pin slightly, but that will straighten up when we push the board on. And there is our extended pins. So now all we've got to do is fit the spacers and mount the board. Well, that was an eventful morning of putting bits together. The upshot of it is that the spacer bar with the extra long pins works, as you'll see in a moment, and yeah, all good. So here we are. Here's the finished build with the hat board on the top, the spacers, and I'll turn it around for you so you can see. So this is our extender pins. Just see if I can hold this a bit better. So this is the extender block we put on with the extra long pins coming out to the top. So this black bar here is already on the Sense hat board, and as you can see, the pins come through it nicely. A little bit of fiddling to get them all lining up, but then you just put them on and just rock it slowly backwards and forwards gently until it's on. I'm sorry I don't have a tripod, so I hold the camera so that you could see that happening. But yeah, there we go, and it just clears the heatsink and the fan there very nicely. So we're all good to go. We had a little power up to make sure it was all working, and it does. That was all great. If I've got a comment to make, the spacers that came with the Sense board, not quite tall enough to clear, so I had another lot spare with the case I bought, and I fitted those. They're a little bit taller, and as you can see, there is a slight flex on the Sense board. It is just catching the tops of the nylon screws, so not a problem with conductivity, but it does flex the board ever so slightly. The problem, of course, is if you have longer spacers, then you're going to have less pin height there, and I've already had to suffer a little bit of the pin length, as you can see underneath, because the spacers are already slightly taller than the actual base of the pins. So yeah, I'm sure there's a solution, a better solution in terms of spacing, but that will do for now. Okay, all good. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope it was helpful. Hope it solved your problem. This was the key bit, which is namely the extending pin, and I'll put a link to that in the video. Okay, bye for now.